Hello, everybody. This is me, Martel. Got some snacks. I'm getting high tonight. Hit up with that Delta 8, Delta 9, whatever they're supposed to be.
Hmm.
Anyway, I want to talk about something that really affected me. I want to say, actually, I was inspired by a lady that made from the Japan reporter. And I wanted to say this actually, ironically, since it's mentioned about Japan, I want to talk to people in Asia and all that. Japan, the Philippines, China, Korea, and all that. What's your thoughts about mental health? Because I'm going to say this is not going to be very pleasant. I saw that it's a Western white woman with autism going to Japan, how she feels so free, able to explore herself. It's kind of funny. I was just talking to my lady about it because she also interpreted herself. I mean, I can't read or understand Japanese and anything. And I want to say something pretty profound. Like, how do Asians view people with mental health or disabilities in your continent? You know what I'm saying? Because let me just address the elephant in the room. I was forced against my will to get therapy. And I did not go willingly, you know what I'm saying? I was legally mandated by the law to get help twice in my life. I guess I could share the both stories. This back in 2006, I would share the story and interludes with each other, intertwine with each other, talking about mental health and all that. And I was forced to see a psychologist. I do not recommend seeing a psychologist unless you got money to burn. I'd rather not talk to an android with a book and saying, "Oh, hi, how you doing? Okay, tell me about your problem." No, I'm a recording artist, and I'd rather talk to the audience, and I'd rather talk to y'all directly. You know what I'm saying? You know, the reason I'm like this too, because I'm just so tired of the fakery here in America. You know what I'm saying? Especially they talk about they want you to be real, open up, and all that. When you do, let's be realistic. I live in America, unfortunately, North America, and they view your feelings or emotions as a weakness. They take your kindness for weakness. And this will be a controversial video of itself because I was forced against my will. So I'm gonna share the story back in 2006. Me and my cousin, that became Rich Prince. What up? And I have to wear this because I got got T-Mobile sign it. I ain't trying to get in trouble. But it's a controversial video, and that is me and my cousin we was doing something for July 4th, 2006. I never forget this story because I literally got beaten near death about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Rodney King and all that. I want to share my story about my mental health journeys, and I hope I can reach this to worldwide. But I'm hoping I'm trying to really reach out to Asia about this because I want to know y'all better too. And I'm also an activist because I'm also a songwriter, recording artist, and all that. I do care about what's affect communities and nations worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Back to what I said about the police brutality in 2006. Both me and K Bridge. I guess I went to the store so that we was hungry and all that, which I'm hungry right now. Got some Cheetos, a lot. Got some Skittles. And speaking on that, I did not know I would stop or would be robbery and progress and all that because there was a lot of young black kids that were hungry and all that. I said, why not just the story is behind that. I just went to the store because I was hungry. And I didn't know at the time I had stopped a would be robbery because the kids were hungry, they didn't have enough money and all. They was looking to rob the store. And I told them, I'm tired of seeing young black males locked up in prison and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Malcolm X and Tupac Shakur. May they both rest in peace. Dr. Martin Luther King. So that actually, the story after that, I went outside, got my snacks and stuff. And all of a sudden, I saw my cousin on the ground. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" Like, all of a sudden, these 10 white cops beat the crap out of me. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, at the time, neither my dad or his family, Caber's family, want to press charge against the police and all that. And ever since then, me and my dad, before he passed, so we had the most rocky relationship because ever. And after that, we was never the same. Like we could never click or bond at all. That's another tragic story of itself. But I was forced to get therapy. Then a year prior in 2007, and I got arrested because I actually got bullied. Someone was trying to start crap with me and all that, and I ended up getting arrested and had to do forced therapy. Yeah. So I want to say this in a very negative context. If you have to do therapy from the law, do it or don't go to prison. You know what I'm saying? And some of you say that's fake, Martel. And I give you that. It is fake. That I was forced against my will to admit something I didn't have no control over. That's either that or go to prison. So I did first anger management. And boy, I opened to a lot of feelings. How there's a lot of young kids at the time. A lot of young kids were going for so much, traumas and traumatizing events and so forth, and bullying, fights, arrests, and all that. I said, wow, I did not know it was a lot of relatable young kids, you know what I'm saying? I remember I said something that upset one of the ladies or so, like, something about religion and all that. I said, if there's a so called God, you know what I'm saying? Why is it, people with disabilities that go for so much, you know what I'm saying? Not only I'm being black and I'm being a man, but I'm also disabled. You know, yeah. I want to make a relatable video dealing with mental health. And I like the woman was saying, being a autistic woman in Japan. I usually would get a haircut and shave, but I said I let it grow off just for this week. Probably till like next 2 weeks from now. But yeah, and I want to continue with anger management. That lady at the time recommended me get a therapist and all that. And actually, I run to be in the beginning. It was actually pretty good. It was actually a black female therapist that actually sit down and actually understand me and all that. You know what I'm saying? How I hate cops. I hate the government and stuff like that. And against black people and all that. So I want to thank Tupac Shakur for about rebellion and all that. And he also got beaten up by the Oakland police, so that was very relatable. Especially being up at 16, forced to get therapy against the law at 17. I had to do 2 years of anger management from the law and community service and all that. And I guess this might sound fake even for me because I was forced against my will. I commend those who meant they need help, and please get the help that you need. Don't let my words deride. I think I might not be the best person to talk about mental health in this way because I was literally forced against my will. No offense, you know what I'm saying? To those who admit they need help, and that's the bravest you could admit. I guess you could, you know what I'm saying? Here in America, you don't want to look like, disrespect, a sissy, a coward, a punk. That if you start reveal, what you really going through and all that. That's why I write songs and stuff. And I'm gonna get back to the second part of the story about mental health and all that. I was forced against see another therapist against my will at this time. It was like near 10 years, like 10 years after that in 2016, like 2 years prior. I lost my mother in 2003. Then I lost my dad in 2014 and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I was going for a lot of pain, still is, still grieving. And especially being the only child, I didn't have no brothers and sisters or anything, so what to say, you know what I'm saying? On the contrary, though, the second time that I was forced against my will, I admit I was stupid to admit I wanted to delete myself. Just stating obvious. At the time, and I was stupid. If you don't know what delete is, suicide and all that, you know what I'm saying? Um, and I was stupid. At the time, no offense, he was a white guy and all that. But it's kind of funny that he actually understood, like, that they never understand you being a black disabled man and all that. So, yeah. American psychology would never understand me. This is when I was only 26 years old. I'm 34 and all that. So I don't know what to say to young man or woman. It's kind of funny to hear a bunch of women, no disrespect, commit they want therapy, need therapy, and they have forced me to go to a psych ward. The second part of the story from this white therapist. I said, no, I ain't trying to harm myself or anything. I did try to overdose myself a couple times because it's I'm learning now. I guess that was for. Then they forced me to go to a psych ward for 2 weeks or so. I met a white guy named crazy white guy. He was crazy, but he was cool though. He didn't disrespect me or anything. I'll just say Glenn. You know what I'm saying? Or Thunderbird. What up? We talk about. I did not know that we deal with a person that deal with addiction, sugar addiction. I'm a hypocrite because I'm drinking diet because I'm type 2 diabetic. And I know it should be any snacks, but well, was a sugar fiend addict. And me and Glenn, we was actually shocker sucker. I guess she was looking at our direction. And she was like, psych out crazy and all that. And she was asking, "You guys got any sugar? Got any sugar?" I said, "My stupid self decided to give her some sugar, just like a few packets of like sugar, like Splendors, actual real sugar." Oh my God, she drank that like I was like, "Oh my God, what the hell is wrong with this lady?" I had to put up with that for off and on for a week or so, 2 weeks or so. That was scary to be in a psych ward against my will. And I would never go back ever again. And in my case, I avoid therapy because that alone scares me. And I thought she OD herself. Like, oh my God, we panic and called nurses and said like we accidentally destroyed an old woman with sugar addiction, or we thought so, but. She's okay. She's like this. Oh Jesus! I thought she literally almost OD herself sugar. I know that's hypocritical, but my two traumatic experiences. Oh boy. And let me get a little told real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have the munchies tonight. But on truthfulness, I know I know I don't have no direct, definite conquest. I mean, definitely answers for people who deal with mental health and deal with those in therapy. Please do. I know I'm not the best advice to this because I was forced. I remember I did a sleep study. I did tell them, open them about, admit that I have a problem. Of course, I admit that, I write songs about it and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I won't say too much in the video because no disrespect. People are insensitive. People are jackasses and jerks to those who don't care about people with disability or slander people with disabilities, mental health, and all that, you know what I'm saying? And you're the bravest people that admit that y'all need help. It's the bravest I could give y'all, It's I'm saying how you end up in that circumstances: racism, segregation, police brutality, racial profiling, you name it. And I want to congratulate two young ladies that a young autistic woman going to Japan. My lady, what up, Isis? Who wants to say she's also a interpreter. She learned Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, Korean, German, part of African language and stuff. Like, wow, you know. And I had to be kind of careful of this because, and this case, the community say otherwise. Why are you so connected with Asia than people here in America? Because no disrespect, Asians are open-minded. Americans or the Westerners are not. I don't know about the West, truth, but I just think I live in America. Americans are not open-minded about that, Which is kind of ironic. I made a video about this. A video response of my forced mental health and all that. because I didn't go naturally, so I didn't go, hey, I got a problem and all that. Gotta talk to a strength, gotta talk to a therapist. And I did went to many different therapists, but guess what? Price is prohibitively expensive to see a therapist. Especially where I'm from, costs like $500 to $1,000 to talk to an android. And these therapists and psychologists, they don't care about people, you know what I'm saying? They only look at the dollar bill, Just being honest. So, yeah, they're fake people, just being real. You can't be real with them. Sometimes don't you have a caseworker? What caseworker? So I take care of all my fears myself. Of living my entire life anyway. And caseworkers, they lazy. They incompetent. Very lazy, very incompetent. So, all the negatives aside, I'm glad there's some talks about mental health in Asia. I know in their cultures, I'd be kind of like considerate, not to be ignorant about this, but it's like a lot of it brings shame and dishonor to the communities. And I commend you, the Japan reporter, and others that's open minded about mental health. You know, and I know that we two totally different people, two totally different backgrounds, different lifestyles, and all that. A lot of y'all might not understand me. I'm not gonna understand y'all. No disrespect. I love. I'm literally playing video games and all that from like Nintendo, Sega, Sony. You know what I'm saying? Free Japanese companies and all that. Video gaming part of my whole ascensions of my life. You know what I'm saying? That being said, though, and I have to be kind of considerate of my audience and worldwide. If you admit you need help, please get the help you can. If you force like me, don't go to prison. Especially in America. Oh my God. America making money off of people going to prison. Prisons are no more than modern day slavery. I know I'm rambling off for nearly 20 minutes or so I'm going to wrap this video up. And my thoughts about this actually disgustes me. How, what I'm saying, there are people that really do go for a lot. I lost my cousin. His name is Bucky and all that. Lost my cousin due to overdose and all that. And may he rest in peace. And that's the first time I actually heard, and Pat me, actually know the guy. He didn't have a great life either. He was real around. He was not. He was kind to me, but throughout the family, I was told that he was not a good guy. But he was good to me and my dad. So, yeah. So I lost my cousin, my dad's side, due to overdose, and I had to say right there, I know my words is very conflicting because it's not natural. And I'll give that to the community. I give that up to y'all. But I mean, it has very, realized it's also fed me too, being a, black American at times, that you can't really just open up, what I'm saying? That's why I do videos. Because if I open up to certain people, or you're just complaining, you're crying, you're whining, and all that nonsense. So I understand why people don't want to open up, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I have to make videos about it. I'm going to get ready for this tote. Yeah. And some say, why you vape? Because I hate stress. Stress is, I told my leg, I even told my leg, say, stress will get your hair falling out. True story, look at me. And I was forced to deal with events that I should be dealing with, especially as a young kid, taking care of disabled adults. So I had to be more of an adult than a kid growing up. And that's why I love about how Michael Jackson, which is ironic, he was mentioning how lonely he is. He can't really relate to, people in the music business and people just trying to, exploit people, trick people, scam people, and all that. And that's kind of sad. He talked about loneliness, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I'm gonna need to close this video again too long. I respect the audience time. By all means, get the help get the help that you can get. You know what I'm saying? Don't let my words deride you. Force therapy or not, you know what I'm saying? And those who admit that the biggest backbones, you admit you deal with drug dependencies and over that alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? Please get the help. You know what I'm saying? If you can afford it. Let me not put that in quotation mark and paraphrases. Therapy is not cheap. Oh, I'm just gonna be real. Therapy is not cheap. And God bless if you gotta be rich to get therapy. That's where I had to kind of skip over like my own therapist sessions. Cause for one thing, they're too expensive. They cost me money. Don't believe that Medicare and Medicaid kind of crap because they don't always want to cover. And yeah, healthcare, mental health care is garbage in America. I'm just gonna be real. March us out.